Peace and Blessings Collective. Welcome in. No, it was Saturday's video. I started off by talking about the energy of things being done in a different order. And I'm still like, that still seems to be a recurring theme over the last 3 days, is doing things in a different order. Today, actually, I'm just getting in the house from doing something I never do, which is drive without a destination. Like, I literally just got in the car, initially planning to go get my nails done, but realizing it's Monday and nail shops, well, most of them, the one I go to, is closed on Monday. So I ended up driving for like 2 or 3 hours. Well, yeah, because I left. Yeah, so probably close to 3 hours. Just driving. Literally going with the flow. Go with the flow. Going with the flow. Intensity. And that's interesting. And the fact, all these colors, because that was something that I did notice. Like, I felt like I could feel myself transmuting things, because I think my body just needed to be in motion but like still in a relaxed state. Because, like I said, I never just get in the car and drive, and especially not for that long. But truly, just at all. Like, I do not just get in the car and drive. That is something I don't think I've ever really done. And that's what I did. I never got out of the car. Like, from the time I left the house, I did go to the gas station. And then when I left the gas station is when I ended up going with the flow and just driving and following my intuition and turning different ways. And like I said, I drove for almost 3 hours and never turned on my GPS, but I made it back home. Like, and that's something for me as well, is being able to, like, it felt like I was trusting my instincts. So I think there's something there in that as well. And actually, I am recalling that last night I set the pure intention that I was going to, follow the call, even if it didn't make sense. And driving made it a lot easier to go with the flow, because when you're driving, you can only do so much. And going with the flow just means turning where you feel called to turn. Excuse me. And yeah, like there was a lot of transmutation that I could feel. Like, the street signs I was seeing were triggering memories that I was able to recall with love. Like, I have been I don't know if rewriting is the right word, but like, because I'm integrating and collapsing certain timelines, I am able to, when I look back at those experiences, the perception and the interpretation that I give them is so much different than I had in the past. Like, thinking about different college experiences, and like even my transition into living on my own for the first time, like all of those things, it was just like being able to connect the dots as to why I needed to be where I was so that I could be where I am now. And I even said to my cousin yesterday, like, I'm so grateful to past me for isolating me the way that she did, because I have basically been in full hermit mode, full on isolation, traveling. Interesting. A lot of astral travel, quantum travel, internal travel. But I have been in isolation for almost 5 years, like basically since the pandemic. I've been in isolation, and not in, like, look, literally aloneness, and the outsider. And that, like, is it, because it was intentional in some ways, because I knew that I needed to, like, I'm very, it's easy for me to process on my own. When I start trying to put words to things, and when the processing gets jumbled. Like, I can process on my own quickly, and then be able to verbalize to you what I processed, and, like, how to, like, whatever it is, like channeling basically, but in talking about it in the context of my daily life experience. If I am constantly around other energies where I don't get the opportunity to like focus inward, I notice the difference in my ability to respond 444 all the time. But because I've been in solitude for so long, and been turning inward for so long, and embracing this aloneness for so long, I can, like, that is not as big of an issue or a deterrent. Like, I can be in the presence of people more now, but it's only because I am so sure of myself because of the amount of time that I have spent with myself validating myself. Like, I no longer require the external validation to know that what I'm experiencing is real. And every time I trust myself, I am proven to have made the right decision, essentially. And the more proof that you have in that way makes it easier for you to operate that way. Breakthrough, literally, that's the breakthrough, is trusting yourself. Trust so you to trusting yourself to literally, these cards are exact opposites, but their energies look so similar. Breakthrough and suppression. Literally breaking through the suppressive energy, allowing yourself to go with the flow, allowing yourself to speak and stand in the aloneness. The blue of these cards, the expression, the throat chakra, and then with the breakthrough and the suppression, with these both being so red in nature, like these are, it's like healed root, an unhealed root, like root chakra, like having an issue grounding your truth into reality, like, is what suppression is. But that breakthrough energy is when you do finally feel grounded enough to let yourself flow, because you don't need to hold back, you don't need to filter, you allow yourself to change. And literally, this is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck, and the Wheel of Fortune is literally sitting next to me, and under the Wheel of Fortune is the Ace of Pentacles. So like, there is major change, transformation, cycles closing, timelines collapsing, integrating of lessons, whether you trust, literally trust fall, like trust is a prevalent energy coming out in the last few readings. Yeah, because this not trusting yourself is going to result in you feeling deep sorrow, because this is your soul is speaking to you so directly and so clearly that it's pain. It literally will be painful to ignore. So if you are feeling pain or tension or discomfort, notice where you're resisting your truth. Where are you not choosing you? Where are you feeling like you can't have the experiences that you desire? Where do you is there a sense of, like, the word that's coming to mind is unworthiness, and then I picked up the deck and didn't get all the cards, and I'm seeing grounded. It literally, you ground this into your everyday experience, your truth. Allow it to be expressed freely without filter is what I'm saying, like what's coming through. But when you're operating from pure intentions and a pure heart, like, there is no filter. What is there to filter? Why would you need to filter love if you're speaking from love? Guides and healer. Yes, your guides are speaking to you. This is really what it is. Like, the veil at this point does not exist. Like, you are receiving contact from the other side loudly, clearly, constantly, continuously, but you may be ignoring it or thinking that it sounds like you just telling yourself what you want to hear. But if it feels like, it's okay for you to think things that feel good. Like, that does not mean you're being delusional. Like, allow yourself to be soothed by the expansive thoughts that arrive, even if you feel like it's something you quote unquote made up. But that's it. Everything in your reality is something you made up. You decided at some point that this was the reality you wanted to experience, whether or not it was a conscious decision. But yeah, definitely big healer energy. And that, well, what's coming to me now is saying, like, maybe to invest in healing services, or just make sure that you have healing conversations, but it's not just with other people. Like, you can have them within yourself. Like, you can talk to the fractals of yourself within yourself. Gratitude and talisman. Yes. Because, like, when it comes to, like, talismans and, like, because that makes me, for some reason, that also makes me think of anchor, which makes me think of grounding, but having physical objects that anchor your truth for, like, well, I'm saying for you, but like our three-dimensional reminders, which is kind of like basically I won't say kind of, it is the intention behind Limitless Apothecary. You can see behind me. The spray and the aromatherapy mist and the two oils that I have, which website's still under construction, but I literally am looking at my inventory behind the camera. But there's the Limitless Protection and Limitless Abundance oil, and then there's the Limitless Clear Channel aromatherapy mist. And all three of those products come with their own affirmation, and it's intended to be like a three-dimensional anchor or reminder to like raise your frequency, essentially. Like when you're anointing yourself and you're expressing the affirmation, you are anchoring that truth into your reality. And every product and affirmation that I provide is with the intention of anchoring your consciousness in the fifth dimension, where you're no longer perceiving lack, where you're not perceiving fear or worry or any of those lower, more dense emotions. Because, excuse me, yeah, like having the talisman energy, having a physical representation of the truth that you are anchoring in your life makes it easier, especially in the beginning when you're still oscillating between like the fifth dimension and then the third and fourth dimension. But it, like, when you are oscillating, the more that you can consciously choose to be in the 5D, the less, like, the less time you'll spend oscillating. Because it's okay, I'm feeling called to like go into what oscillation feels like, or what oscillation the experience might be in your internal experience. But oscillation would be like you're sitting, like you're visualizing, just say your future, or the path that you see for yourself. Like you're literally visualizing, just say in a meditation, and you're seeing it, and it feels so real, and you're really like in it. But then, and like that's the 5D experience. It's like, okay, I'm here. This is it. Like I'm in the energy. I'm aligned. I'm attuned. This is right for me. And then your ego, or whatever, shadows, traumas, anything that might come in to trigger, it's only a signal of letting you know where you're not allowing yourself to be free. But it might come in and it might have a challenge. It's like, well, do you really think you're worthy of that? And then the answer is yes. Like you can answer yes to that question, but like that's the oscillation. And as you anchor yourself in the fifth dimension, the oscillation stops. I mean, it's not, well, I'm going to say that it does stop for me, because I know I talked about maybe like 3 or 4 videos ago that I had a really hard day that day. The day before that video, because it was like my ego was interrogating me from the inside, but the type of interrogation that would like break a person down. Like when you see a criminal interrogation where they're like threatening and maybe even waterboarding, like that's what it felt like from the inside of my ego, trying to make sense of the calling on my life. Which I felt called to share that. But yeah, you have to stand your ground to yourself. And it's not delusional to stand your ground internally, because it literally felt like a victory after I overcame that day. Like the following day, I literally felt like I had won a battle against myself. But I guess it was, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's not even so much that I won a battle against anything, but I was able to integrate, because it was like, okay, well, there's nothing to resist here. Home, like I found my home frequency, and now there's no more oscillation. Once you find transformation, once you allow yourself to be free to transform, to take on new form, new thought forms. It becomes a lot easier to expand, to grow, to operate in your power, in your gifts. Literally new life and soulmate. That is an energy that is pretty prevalent, is the like the love energy, I have to say. Yeah. This that self-acceptance is opening up the door for deeper connection in the 3D. So like if you are manifesting love and you are resonating with the rest of this message, then like that's what's coming in for you, because you have made room for someone to love you, because you now love yourself. Like you've stepped into your Queen of Cups receptive energy, and you've been able to close out the timelines of this like nightmare. What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm all the what ifs that would lower your vibration? The what ifs, that's what it is. The what ifs are what cause the oscillation. When you are not certain in your intent and you allow for made up scenarios, is the way it's coming out, to sway how you feel about your manifestation. Like you have to hold the vision. Like this is the time to truly hold the vision, because shit's shaking. Okay? Like times are changing. This is like uncharted territory. Victory, 6 of Wands victory. And that's what I was just saying. And in that video, when I talked about feeling like I had been victorious over my ego, I said it felt like a 6 of Wands victory, star on the bottom of the deck. Star seeds for sure, like star seed soul family. And if you are like really, and I'm seeing Pleiadian activation over here, so star seed energy and the world, star seed energy is very significant here. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. And then I'm also seeing Lemurian seed codes. So it's like star seed, earth angels, Lemurian or Pleiadian lifetimes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. It's feeling like I need to shuffle that deck, but world on the bottom of the deck, like you are being called up and out to be an example of what it means to live literally, because that's the thing. Humans have not been, it's like, so this far in this incarnation on this timeline, we have not been living to live. It's like we've been living to figure out how to live. Now we are living to live. Like it's just to be the life that you are, to be alive in the moment. Bottom of the deck, Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. The breakthrough is here. Literally, if you feel it, if this resonates, the breakthrough is here. You just have to anchor the vision. Do not doubt that the breakthrough is here or coming or however but know that you've already won. Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. The Akashic records may be very significant for someone. You may be either just got an Akashic records reading, or you're interested in getting an Akashic records reading. If that is the case, this is your confirmation to do so, or that whatever you got from the one you did is this is your confirmation on top of that confirmation. Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. This card keeps coming out, but literally no wrong path. You have to trust that every decision that you make from a pure heart with pure intentions, that is for the highest and best of all involved, is going to be the right decision, regardless of what the decision is. Bottom of the deck, I am presence. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. This is a very personal transformation. You cannot let anyone external to you tell you what you are experiencing or talk you out of your truth or try to, I don't know, bargain with you. I don't know. It just feels like there are energies that are going to try to discourage you from following your truth because it's not going to make sense to them. You might start and stop and start and stop a million different things, but that continuous creation is still consistency. That word just wants consistency. Just consistently create. Keep creating and sharing. That's the biggest part though. Do not hoard your creations. Create for the sake of creating, because I'm being given like this reel that I saw where it was literally just a guy asking someone to look up the definition of the future and the definition of the past, and both of which only exist. The past and the present only exist if you. It's the point before having spoken or written. So like if you are not, which is basically just before or after creating. The past is before the creation and the future is after the creation, but you have to create first for either one to exist. So if you are just here coasting, there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. So once you create, that is now your benchmark in the timeline. But you start to feel ungrounded and spacey and all these things when you don't have grounded, tangible evidence of the millions of things that you are constantly creating in your mind anyway. Stop, do whatever you have to do, but create. Even if it's half done, a half done creation is a creation. And you are the one considering it half done. It might be done. Whew. Let's tap in with, I'm going to do a sacred geometry activation oracle and then a dragon oracle, and then I'm going to be done. One from each. Please and thank you. Let's see. And it's crazy because I felt like this was going to come out, especially with this soulmate card still sitting here, and under that is shadow, and then lucky. So face your shadows, because look, okay, tantric journey. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion from our sensual experiences with ourselves and others. So like, don't be, because it's with yourself too. All of this starts from the inside. All of it. Every creation, every experience, every encounter, every connection is built from the inside. Here's our one card. Bottom of the deck, remembrance. I'm going to read this too. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. You are remembering your truth as a multidimensional quantum being. Like, you are having a multidimensional quantum experience where you are able to recall and see and witness yourself in different timelines, different fractals of yourself. Like, that is why this is an internal experience, because nobody else can see out of your eyes except you. And when I say you, I mean the you that was, is, and always will be here. The I am presence. You. Number 24, Earth. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal spiritual aspects of our nature. I'm going to read the book for that. 24. Excuse me. Beyond the four elements that make up our physical and material world, earth, water, fire, and air, we have to consider a fifth element, spirit, a bridge To bridge heaven and earth through an expansion of consciousness and advance mankind to the next evolutionary level. As a representation of our conscious connection between earth and source, we only have to retreat into nature and find the silence within, to listen to all the majestic expressions Mother Earth reveals through the wind in the trees, the humming of the bees, and the rhythmic chirping of crickets during the wee hours of the night. We are spirit in a physical body, here on a short and temporary journey on this three-dimensional form-based plane. On this journey, we are deeply intertwined with the earth, our roots reaching far under her surface. She provides us with everything we need for the survival of our physical body, and in return, we are asked to take care of her as if she were our own body. The overall green color of this activation represents the earth and nature in particular. The green in the center refers to the heart as our center of truth and our reality here. The yellow and orange refer to our inner power. The geometric shapes in the middle are variations of the flower of life, the grid on which our form-based world is based. The lines indicate all the connections between us and our great mother, and between the universe and us as spiritual and cosmic beings. The transparencies refer to the energetic and spiritual aspects of ourselves beyond our form-based expression. Try this. Take a moment to go inside and remember where you came from. You are spirit, source, in a physical body. Are you taking good care of your physical body? Do you understand its needs and desires? Do you realize how deeply connected you are to Mother Earth? Are you taking care of her as well? Go outside and feel your feet on the earth. Hug a tree. Bathe in the sunlight. You are more spiritual than you are physical. You are more non-physical than you are physical. And then card from the dragons. I can feel the sinus drainage thing happening, which is a sign of energetic clearing. So, Golden Atlantean Dragon, another potential lifetime connection, memories from Atlantis. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis, awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents, reclaim your mastery. Yeah, there are gifts and talents that are being activated within you right now that are from past lives, past incarnations. Gold Atlantis, it's still on the bottom of the deck. And then we have Black Dragon from Saturn, another star system, Andromeda, maybe some Andromedan star seeds here as well. Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. I read this card, I think, in like 2 videos ago. I just read this one, so I think I'm only going to read this one because I don't think I've ever read this card. Dusty Pink Dragon from Andromeda prepares all your chakras to embody higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. Okay. Bring me a higher love. Here we go. Dusky Pink Dragon. Where'd it go? There we go. From Andromeda. All the stars in the constellation of Andromeda embody a beautiful love and acceptance beyond our current understanding. The 7th dimensional dusky pink dragons from Andromeda carry the vibration of transcendent love. If we are ready for their light, they circle around us, and when they pour this special energy into our chakras, our aura is illuminated by a glorious pink light. This enables us to radiate love and light at many different frequencies and transform the people we meet without them even being aware of it. These dragons also work with crickets who come from the same constellation. Isn't that the Earth card reference hearing crickets at night? Crickets are maybe a synchronicity for someone. I'm picturing the cricket, the Disney cricket with the top hat and the suit and the vest. Jiminy Cricket, is that his name? Um, these dragons often work with crickets who come from the same constellation. Their song carries the codes of higher love from Andromeda, and their mission is to bathe the natural world in this vibration. Guidance. Receiving this card indicates that you are ready for higher love. Bring me a higher love. The dusky pink dragons from Andromeda are suggesting it is time for you to carry this luminous light in all your spiritual energy centers. Touch your stellar gateway, soul star, causal, crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, navel, sacral, base, and earth star chakras. In turn, breathing in dusky pink and affirming, I accept and radiate higher love. As you do so, have a sense of these dragons breathing pink into all your chakras. You become a flame of ineffable pink love. Be aware you now have the power to touch everyone you meet with the flame of spiritual love. Know that when you work with the dusky pink dragons from Andromeda, you can make a huge difference to the ascension of the planet. I accept and radiate higher love. Bring me a higher love. And on that note, I am going to love and leave you here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting me, making it to the end of this video. It is my sincere intention that you receive fifth dimensional activation from every message you receive from me. And so it is so. I'm wishing you an abundant ascension, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.